I'm very sorry, but I
Is
do
it her
want to
again?
address
Okay,
this.
no.
Moses is saying should watch his review of Andrew versus Owen. Yeah, I made very clear what I thought about Andrew versus Owen. I thought that it was an unpopular debate topic. I think that in the openings they were pretty even. In the rebuttals, I think Owen came out slightly stronger. And I think that in the crossfire, I think that's where Andrew pulled away. So I think it was a close debate because it was such an unpopular opinion for Andrew. But Andrew made some, like, here's the thing. You have the debate prompt, which is, was the Trump presidency a success? Everybody sees that in different ways, right? What does success mean? Andrew was saying that he made progress in the right direction. That's how Andrew was defining success. And I think that he could have made that clearer in his opening. And because his view was more nuanced, he wasn't able to use the approach that he normally takes in his debates, which is just like blast one obvious hole in the other side and just go for the kill shot. So because it was more nuanced and he was like a little bit defensive, I think his approach to this debate was slightly different. I do still think that he won that debate, especially when you're considering, did he accomplish the purpose that he set out to do? Which is yes, right? Did he convince people, I think, that the Trump presidency was a success? I don't know. But in terms of like, did he accomplish what he's trying to do? Yes, he did. So I think that debate was closer. It was also a hard prompt for Andrew to defend.
It's a bad prompt altogether, to be fair.
It doesn't change what I think about Rachel's debate. I mean, I'm just honest with everybody. That's what I think. Sue me, whatever. Sorry, Nikolai, go ahead.
No, I thought you were done. I just thought it was a bad debate prompt altogether. His presidency isn't over. We're not even halfway through his second term.
Well,
so
and by the time he agreed to it, we were only like a lot changed in the war since then.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the biggest problem Owen had, and this is just my analysis, is that Owen didn't have like an objective standard that he was appealing to. Like there was never one point where he was just like,
well, he also didn't come equipped with evidences and proofs, because when Andrew pushed him on you can't say he's a PDF file, right? Like you have to show me literally, where does it say, like, get the page, show me.
And his saying, well, the redactions, and it's like, yeah, but Owen, the redaction process is a nightmare. And I know I mentioned that in the comments, and you brought it up, but like, people don't realize how the government redaction process is. I think you might have some familiarity because of law, but like even in lawyers, when you're redacting something,
has like different rules and standards.
DOD, military, and the government have similar rules, but there are slight differences. But it's in an exhaustively long process, and you're talking millions of documents. So it's like, by the way, these have to be hand reviewed. They can't just throw it through an AI, right? Legally, they can't. So people, I think, overestimate how difficult that is. But in the end, I think Andrew's weakest point was the defense of Iran, the Iran war. He could have brought up much more stronger defenses for that and said, like, he didn't need to say that he agrees with it, but he could have brought up like reasonable arguments in favor for it or against it, right? Or he could have just said how it doesn't meet the metric of a failure, right? So I don't know. I feel like Owen really only had two arguments, and that was my biggest critique of Owen. It's like, Owen, you need to bring up more than just that. It's like, the economy's bad. Everybody knew tariffs were going to be a rough start. Like, nobody went into this thinking tariffs were going to be like instant miracle economy, like Miracle on the Han River style, like Korea style stuff, So anyways,
Owen definitely, there is no, okay, come on, dude. I mean, let's be serious. What are they doing there? It's a battle in Iran. Is that what they're doing? Like,
yeah.
I mean, in the common parlance sense of the term war, I'm not saying like an official according to the definition of the blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like Owen definitely had a privileged position, because all he had to say was, Trump promised no wars. What's happening in the Middle East right now? Yeah. Trump promised a better economy. What are your gas prices? That's all he had to do. And then Andrew Andrew was also holding back. He wanted to beat Owen on his own ground, which is the fact. If he had brought philosophy in, he would have destroyed.
Maybe.
I think, I don't know if he was holding back. I think it's he has a more complicated position, so he's going to need to have more time to flesh it out. So like Owen comes in and like all he has to do is like just say a few things very clearly and concisely. Andrew has to, like, because his position is nuanced, he has to explain all these things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a disadvantage there. But again, I think Owen won that debate. Or not Owen. Oh my goodness. I think Andrew won that debate. That's not a Freudian slip. But I think, again, I think Andrew in the opening was equal. I think the rebuttal, Owen edged it out slightly. And I think that in the crossfire section, Andrew pulled ahead there.
Yeah.
So thank you for the $5.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Got him. Clip it. Yeah. I'll never vote, so I clip it. Yeah. I got wrecked. Okay, Paul.